Hi, this is Kelly's Creative Dream Studios with part 2 of my March 27th, Make It March 2026 JJ with Joy. Remember to check all the links in the description box below, and I'll remind you again here in a little bit. But we're back to working on our journal. Well, it's not a journal. Take that back. It's a accordion photo spring memory frame thingy. And I am using my Ultimate Crafter's Pick glue from Hobby Lobby. This is my all-time favorite glue to use when I am working with ribbon and lace because it sticks almost instantaneously. It dries clear. Look at that. I didn't even put that down. The other glue stuck already. Woohoo! I'm going to get a little bit of dab here to make sure this is sticking. Put that down. And then I'm going to come back because that's going on that ribbon fiber. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of this on the back. And that'll go right there. Okay, so we have that. Now, we have other things to play with. Number one is these tags. Now, these tags are perfect for going inside of here, but I really would like them to be the feature on a page. So we're going to see what happens here. I'm going to dust these down. Now, I know that I want a blue in here because got that, but I also want to make sure I want to put fibers in these. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dust this hole down just a little bit. And then I'm going to come back in with some of that balmy blue. You know what? Let me see what I have in blue. Let me see what I have in blue. That's actually my best suggestion. So let's use our balmy blue ribbon from Stampin' Up. I'm going to cut about 6 inches off of there. And we're going to go ahead and whip this through here. Now I have a couple of different punches and I forgot I could have used I'm going to clip this with a paper clip for right now. When my fingers are more cooperative, I'm going to come back and I'm going to tie linen thread around there to keep that in place. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and stick a paper clip on there so it stays intact. And if I have room before we're done, I will come back and tie that, but it's hard for me to do that on camera with my trimmers. Okay, so we've got little pockets like this, a little bit on the wide side. So I can lay this down here, and I can get me some lead to write with. And I can do that, and I can do that. And then I'm going to come back with my trimmer because I'm not going to be able to cut that straight. But I can lay that right there, trim that off, do the same on this side, trim that off. Now if you don't know, I work in about, I'm going to say probably a 4x5 area over here in my corner, and I just ink that on the back side. Wasn't going to make any difference. You need to make sure you ink on the side that's going to show. And if it's going to show on both sides, then ink both sides. And we'll do that like that. Then we'll come back with our glue. And I do want to bring in more of that lace here in a bit. I almost could take another snip off of that side, which means that's going to goober up my scissors. So let's take as much of that glue off of there as we can first. There we go. Whoops, probably not straight. Probably not straight. That's why I used the trimmer when I did it the first time. Though that is better. I mean, it didn't turn out too shabby. I think we're good. Okay. At some point, when I totally finish my office, I am going to do a tour of my stamping company, Stamping Corner. Geez, someday it doesn't pay to be me. I'm looking for something else to put there. That blue's not right. It's too dark. Well, maybe it's not, actually. It does have kind of a denim-y look to it. I think we will use this. Let's do that. Let's put a piece of that ribbon down there. And again, I'm going to come back with my Ultimate Craft Glue. And I'm going to run... This has got some lines in it. It may be from my printer. I'm going to go ahead and use that as a base to run that glue down. I think I need a different brush. This is a little thick, a little stiff, but Bob used my other one this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down there, if I can get it to let go of me. And then I'm going to push down with my rag. That will help keep me from getting any more glue on me than absolutely necessary. Then I can tip this back and I can come back and trim that off. And this is the beauty of an accordion file. You can just bend it any way you need to do something. Okay, so we have that. What do you think? Yeah, it's kind of the wrong blue, isn't it? Okay, let me look. I've got another package of those over here, and I may have some dark ones. 2 turquoise. Don't need yellow, and I didn't have any white ones. I was very disappointed I didn't have any white. Yeah, no white that really works, so I'm going to have to come back with that one. I'll try to find me some white flowers this weekend and come back, and when I show you the final, we might have a flower on there, but that flower just isn't the right one. Okay, so we have the tags, and we've about decorated this one side. See, I can decorate the pockets. I can leave the photo mats. Now I'm going to take this one. Looking for this punch, and I'm going to punch it right in the center. And with this one, I can take, this one is a little wider, and it has that denim-y look to it. Let's use this one. Let's use this one, and we're going to pinch that off right there so it doesn't unravel on us. And we're going to go like that. And we'll run this one through here, just like that. And see, I cut that pretty wide. Pretty long. I didn't need to go that long. But, again, this will be one that I'll come back and I will tie the twine on. I'm trying to find small paper clips here to use. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Oh, come on. You ever have those days where your fingers just don't do what you want them to do? I have more of those days than I like to admit. Okay, so there's that one. And I've got a ribbon sample here. Now, do we need something here? Maybe. We've only got 5 of these, but I've got another set I can cut out. So let's inch Journey on here. And let's go ahead and try not to get glue everywhere. But I seem to be doing a fine job. Now let's put Journey right on that ribbon, just like that. Okay. We've almost finished this side. We've got another place over here for photo. We've got another place here for a tag. But you know what I think I want to do? We know we've got this going. We don't want that kind of a tag. I would like to put a stripe tag in there. I would like to do one of these. So let's see if we can take and cut this out really quick. I have other scissors here somewhere. see if we can make this one work. And I'm going to just snip this right off the top. Move that out of the way. Let's bump you up. Okay, we're going to have to make this a little narrower, but that's okay, because we have white showing. I didn't cut that one off very straight, but that's okay, because now I'm going to come back in with my tab set from Spectrum Art Creations, and I can make my own tag punch just like that. And know that they're exactly even. And then I can come back in here with this. This needs a little bit of white trimmed off. That's a little too much to try and cover up. There we go. And I will come back and decorate that one. That blue is just wrong. I'm going to try and find a alcohol marker that will work, and so I can put something there. I could also put lace there, but this lace is a little wider than I want. But it would work. Let's do that. Let's snip this off. And let's take my stapler. Now, I don't have a tiny attacher, but I love this stapler from Slimline. I've been using their products for years, most of my life. So I can come in here with this. Trying to come in from the side. There we go. And then I will put something on the back of here to hide the prongs. And that'll do that. Okay, I knew that was going to do that. I have glue everywhere. I told you, it's inevitable with me. I just stuck both fingers right into that glue. You did not know you came here for entertainment, did you? Okay, let's flip this over and see what we can do. Okay, I want to leave memories to go here if there's a photo here. This one, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm going to have to get out my sanitizer and clean the glue off my fingertips before I do too much of anything. But let's go ahead and put the lace on this one. By the way, this lace was from Dollar Tree. And it fell in the glue, so I have glue all over me. Let me hit the sanitizer really fast. But when we're done with this, you will have a stand-up photo display, journaling tags that you can write memories on about the pictures, and I like that idea. Now I'm going to take and snip this off. Cleaning my desk today is going to be so much fun. I'm still wearing glue, but I always do. Just call me the glue klutz. I'm going to come in here with my stapler. Try and get that pressed down so I can get in there with the stapler. Right there. All right. We're good. And then that one could go over here. And then we just have something to do here. Like I said, this would be a great place to put pictures and then put memories there. We could do something here, but I don't think I have anything else cut. And we are down to my timer that quit. So let's see where we're at on the clock. Seriously. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm going to flip this up. Let that start. Let's see, we've got the blue here, so let's put a pocket here and see how much wider that is. So let's turn this over. I am not used to doing these long videos, as you can tell. My videos are 15 minutes long max, because I don't know about you, but I don't have time to sit and watch a 30-minute video. So I don't do the long videos. I don't chatter a lot. I get to the point. We make what we're making and we call it a day. So this is a new experience for me. Okay. I'm going to edge this. Can't believe we're actually doing better than we thought, because this is part 2. That's why. This is part 2. And then I'm putting the glue on the edge. I get done with this, I have to go bake sweet potatoes and fried pork loins. The only challenge is I do not have an oven. Now I'm going to take and stick memories over here, because I want to remember that's where I want to put this one. I'm going to stick that right there. Or, no, memories is the one I wanted to put there, not moments. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now we've got a place here for a photo. We've got a place here for a photo. We have a tag spot. This one needs a blue tag. And I'm not sure what we have here. Oh, we have this one. We have this one, and I have an idea for this. I'm going to get out my scoreboard. And because the big image is on the right side, let's see, this is 5 inches. So I want to score this at 2.5. Right there. Okay. Boy, that didn't score well at all. Two and a half. Right there. There we go. That's better. And if you want to fold your book in, you want to score on the outside, because that's going to help weaken that spot for that book to fold. Okay? And then if you want it to lie flat, I'm going to try and keep you in frame. Burnish on both sides. So burnish on this side, flip it over, and burnish it on this side. That's the same process if you're doing a card and you want your card to lie flat. Burnish on both sides. I learned that tip from Ardith here on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dust this one. And then we'll flip it over and make sure this side gets dusted. And now this gives us a really big journaling spot. You can take that out, open it, and you can journal a whole bunch in there. I like that idea. Okay, then we have this one. That one's too wide, too narrow for that. So let's see, I have this one. That's too narrow. Let's do this one. And let's measure it. Cut it here. We may finish this one after all, or at least what I can do on camera. And then I will come back and show you the finished one when I do my next Tag Tuesday. Okay, so that'll fit there, but I want to trim it down. It is currently, right now it's 3.5 inches, so let's take it down to 2 inches. I think will be big enough. 2 1/4. Let's do 2 1/4. Because the other thing to think about is, when you're doing something like this and you have multiple pockets, you don't want everything being the same size, same height. You want to make sure that you are creating motion by doing different sizes. Now see, this one's just a little bit taller, not a lot, but the hole is also going to be a different size. You see, I've got this marked. This shows me my center line, and this will show me my my depth. And I've just figured that out and marked it with a perma marker, so I always have it, just like that. And I use the 1 1/4 punch. And then we'll come back and we'll edge it. And we're going to put it down, and then we are going to decorate it. And I think we need to bring in some more lace on this side. What do you think? Do we need more lace? Always need more lace. Okay. And I've got glue on my desk now. But you know, as much as this gives me issues, I know that right now I'm fine, but I also know they're going to get worse. So I'm working with what I have. And I think I want to put this with the lace again. I really like that lace. Where is it going? Where did it go? There it is. And I like the ruffly lace, because if you'll notice, tulips are kind of ruffly. So I'm going to cut another piece of this. And I'm going to see how much of it I can wear. Let's make sure we're there first. Yeah, we snip off just a hair on this side. And then we'll come back with our glue and just paint a little ribbon across there. And normally I go like this because I'm not getting my glue where I want it, because this brush is stiffer, but Bob used my other one. Now remember, this has to go above your bottom. It can't hang over your bottom like we normally do with lace, because it needs to be I'm going to get that in as close as I can, because you need to be able to stand it up, and if you have things hanging off the edge, it's not going to stand up as well. Let's see, if I've got a different brush, this one will probably work better because it's softer. And so I'm just going to go right across the top of that lace, right across that top edge. And here I thought, I was panicking, I thought my timer had stopped and I was going way over and it was going to take me forever to upload this video. Even at the hotel, that might be kind of sketchy. Okay, so we're going to put that right over top, just like that. I need a new baby wipe, but I don't have one handy, because my case disappeared from underneath. Okay, so let's do, since this is a March collab, let's put March on here. Oh, I picked up the wrong brush. Need this one. Okay. We still need something here, and I'm not sure what, but I think it needs to be a thin ribbon of this. This is 1 1/4 inch. Let's make it 3/4 of an inch. Sometimes the hardest part of a project is figuring out what you want to make. And then to figure out what all the fun stuff needs to be that comes into it. And see, this one will fit right there. I'm going to pinch it off right there at that junction. Right at that tulip. Redust that end. Now I'm not making this a pocket or anything. I want to put it down flush. And then I'm going to tell you something else I could have done, but I did not. This needs something. It needs something. I have journal, I have moments. Moments could go here, just like it is, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to pop it up on dimensionals. Let's give it some depth. So let's dot our I's and dot our T's and cross our I's, as Bob says. He's so funny. And now I'm recording this on Saturday the 14th, and because I'm going to be gone the next 4 days, I want to spend as much time with Bob this evening as I can. So, dishes, dinner, and then we'll probably sit and play sequence dice. And I want to go to bed early because I want to get the car loaded and get on the road early in the morning, because we are supposed to get winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour tomorrow on Sunday the 15th. And I want to get off the road and at the hotel before the higher winds start. Now I do need one here, but all I have are the brown ones. But I have thought, we broke into this, let's break into it again. We have time. Really quick, I'm going to, let's cut this off across the top first. Kind of even it up a little bit because it's nasty. Because, you know, I cut that so well. So let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Where's my, there we go. Making sure I knew where my string was at. And then, let's take this to 2 tulips. Right there. Let's go right between those 2 tulips. Just like that. And that's how easy it is to cut a tag. My chair's trying to spin and get in my way. I'm going to bring back my template tool, and if Maddie still has these, I will link them in the description box below. I could have also done a decorative tag top on this. I have punches for those. But this just called for simplicity. And if anything shows up, I want it to be the decorative elements. So we're going to dust this tag. Now I could have gone a little deeper on that tag. This one's one it needs to go to. Just like that. And then that one needs, so we've got ribbon there, a ribbon on that side. Let's do the pretty ribbon on this side. So as I find where it went. Okay. And this one we'll use, whoops, wrong punch. This punch. And this will be another one of those I will come back and tie the... See, we have place for photos, we have place for another tag, or to tuck a photo, or a large journaling card. I don't have any large journaling cards left. We have a little journaling book. We have another tag here. And then when we flip it over, we have places for photos, more journaling tags, and it will sit up just like that. And I need to come back and trim off these. Whoops, I'm a little inchy on there. So that those edges are smooth. I think we're good. So that's going to do it for me today with this collab. I've had so much fun with this, and I hope you have too. I also hope you have taken time to watch the other collaborators. All of their links are in the description box below. We have some really talented people on YouTube, and I'm telling you, Joy has found some really good ones to share their talent with. So I hope you'll go back and check those all out. All the descriptions are in the... All the links are in the description box below. Please remember to use the hashtag MakeItMarch2026 when you share all of your makes, or if you want to see what everybody's doing that might not be part of the collab list, type in that hashtag and see what pops up. There are some really cool things. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. I look forward to seeing what you make. Please remember, like, share, and subscribe, and creative blessings.